Hi everybody, Simon Ward back again with you with my video for day 6. Now if you've watched the previous videos you will remember that we've been slowly building up the programme for the athlete. This won't take 6 days, but it's the 6th stage that we're going to look at today. Yesterday we looked at whether somebody would be a 2, 3, 4, 5 or insanity week cycle. And I explained why I thought that 3 weeks was the best for the majority of athletes. So having decided that and having been through the interview and sent them the phase plan and the weekly schedule and agreed all of that, the next point or the next step we need to take is to actually plan out the first bit of training. But this process occurs every 3 weeks and it's what I do in the recovery week. I usually start on the Monday morning and this is what I use. I have my little black book and I have my laptop. And my laptop will be open up on the Training Peaks program, which I'm going to explain to you in more detail tomorrow. So using Training Peaks I'll be able to see what they've been up to for the past week or so, and then I map out a little template here in my book. As you can see here, this is one that's been done and scribbled out, and I sit in the coffee shop with my headphones in on a Monday morning and I plan all this out without actually entering anything into Training Peaks. So I'm going to show you on the board behind me a large scale version of what exactly it is that I do. So we've already agreed with the athlete that they're going to be training in certain sports on particular days. So that's what we've got up on the board here. So if you go back to day 3 you'll be able to see the one I wrote there. So then what I do is I write in here, so that's 45-minute tempo, and that's to work, and that's to work, and 50-minute tempo, and to work, and then this is the recovery week down here, so still do to work, maybe shorter, 30-minute easy, to work. Then we have masters, which is 60 there, and this one will be intervals, and masters 60 intervals. That might be a VO2 intervals, and that might be threshold, and that one would be masters again 60, and that's one's cadence drills. So 2 build weeks and one recovery week. In here this run will be the long run. It might be double, so that's less than 2 hours. That might be double run, so that's 45 plus 75. That will be easy, 45. Do less running in the recovery week. Okay, here back to swimming at masters again, 60. This one is a sustained bike, less than 80% effort for 75 minutes. This one masters again, 60, and this bike here sustained, less than 80% for 80 minutes, and then this one here masters again and sustained 70% for 45 minutes. Okay, see how things are changing week on week. Here we do masters on a Saturday, that's 2 hours, and a run which is technical, same again, masters for 2 hours, technical 50 minutes, 45 minutes, and then masters 2 hours and tech 30. And then here long run might be 3 to 4 hours, 3 to 4 hills, 2 hours. Right, so I spend probably about 15 minutes roughing this out on a piece of paper in my little black book. I'm using Training Peaks to see what they've done previously, and I'm then trying to advance certain sessions each week. So the things that will stay the same, the ride to and from work will be at an easy pace, probably an hour. In the easy week it might be half an hour each way. This tempo run here, there'll be a sustained set of running for maybe 20 to 25 minutes in week 1, and at the same pace but maybe for 30 minutes in week 2. Okay, when we come on to the next cycle after that, we'll change it again and increase something. In here, the master swim session very much depends on what the coach is doing there. In this one, at this time of year, we'll be doing intervals at VO2 max, so greater than 92% intensity, 110% the functional threshold. In here, we target a different threshold, functional threshold, somewhere around there, 5 or 6 to 8 3-minute efforts. Okay, keep going there through the winter. On here we do alternate between a long run or a double run day with weights, and the weights will change and get harder each week. We've got masters there and a sustain, so that's below 80% depending on how the athlete feels. Okay, so it's usually around 60 to 75 minutes, but again this is more of a recovery day here, so a moderate day. That's a rest day in there, so no training or very light activities and drills. On the Saturday we've got a 2-hour master session followed by a technical run. So we're focusing on hill running there, 30-second intervals, 8 to 10 of those at 80%, plus then about 10 to 15 to 20 minutes of tempo running. Increase that a little bit, and then here on the weekend we've got the long bike ride, Sunday morning, 3 to 4 hours at one intensity, probably a flat one, and then the week after, same distance, same intensity, but make it harder by hitting some hills, then a recovery week. And that's how we go. Every 3 weeks I sit down, I write this plan for the athlete, and then I go back to the office armed with about 4 or 5 of these for a week, and on the consecutive days, probably Monday through to Thursday, I'll be just dragging and dropping the programme workouts into the appropriate days. I cross them off the list as I go, and that's how I pull the programme together. And then once the sessions are in place, as you'll see tomorrow, I tweak the sessions for each individual. Alright, so I have a template like this that we've started with at the beginning of the year, that we've agreed with the athlete, and we remain with this for as long as possible. Then each week I follow that exact same template and I put the sessions in there. Most of them are the same, some of them change, the key ones, and that's it. Very simple formula, gives me more time to speak with the athletes about the really important stuff. So that's today's lesson. I hope you've enjoyed that, and I'll be back tomorrow with day 7.